This broadcast, presented by Squirtle and its partner schools, is not to be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The content and descriptions on the platform may not be disseminated without the written consent of Squirtle and its partner schools. The thoughts and opinions shared on Squirtle's platform are those of the individual and do not necessarily reflect the views of the organization or its partners. Squirtle does not tolerate or condone hateful, bigoted, or divisive content. We want to thank our schools, advertisers, and individuals that have joined with us in our mission to build community around the local school.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Carl Albert Fieldhouse. We're here in Midwest City, part of the Middale Public Schools, Midwest City, Dale City. 2:30 or 2:25 rather before we start this one. And I know we've had some issues with the scoreboard camera being a little blurry, but we've got some new hardware on the way. We hope to have that the next day or two, so come area tournament time, hopefully we'll be able to improve our production quality a little more for you. Tomorrow at 6:30, the girls play Midwest City, the Lady Bombers, at 6:30 at Westmore High School. So, as always, come down, join us there. If you're unable to do so, tune in to ElRenoIndians.tv. And credit to the Indian Nation as the designated seating for the El Reno fans is full and has spilled over into the upper deck.
Yes.
This gym broken into about three distinct levels: a lower bowl or a lower half, a mid-level mezzanine, and then an upper bowl on three of the four sides with the big windows on the west or east side. Sorry. So the El Reno section is full, and the El Reno, the blue and white, the navy blue and white faithful spilling over into the upper bowl on their respective side. And regardless of the outcome tonight, both of these teams will advance, both the boys of El Reno and the Titans of Carl Albert. The winner will play at Putnam City Original on Friday. The loser will have to fight their way to the state tournament from the backside, courtesy of Edmond North High School. So big thanks to the host, Carl Albert, for their hospitality and their facilities, one of the finest facilities, not just in 5A, but across all of high school basketball in Oklahoma. And we're excited about the relocation of the state tournament to the time-honored Lloyd Noble Center on the campus of OU. It's been in Tulsa at the Mabee Center for a little over a decade, and OSSAA decided to shake things up, move it to Norman, so we're excited about those new changes.
Absolutely.
And as is tradition here in Oklahoma high school sports, we ask that you join us in just a moment for the playing of the national anthem.
The winner of this game will go to the area finals. The loser will advance to the consolation area. Both teams have a chance to make the state tournament. It's going to be in the Oklahoma City area this year. No more long drives, let's hope. This time I'd like to ask you to please stand as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
And with the national anthem complete, we prepare for the starting lineups. The Indians will be home on the scoreboard, but visitors in the building, so in their home whites.
They're coached by Mr. Rodney Hayden.
Rodney Hayden, Director of Athletics, also the head boys basketball coach, starting for your Indians tonight, number 1. Freshman Carter Romanose. Junior 24, Matt Topai. Number 5, Dominic Haver, the lone senior in the starting 5 tonight.
Junior, number 14, Evan Romanose. And the senior,
Evan Romanose, number 14, the elder Romanose, and James Ravelis, the postman anchor. And starting for Carl Albert, we don't have a written version of it, but Kurt's going to try and grab names as we go.
The finals with a 77-20 victory over Altus in the first round.
And Carl Albert beat Altus 77-20 for this matchup. I think it was Demarion Brown, I believe.
Yes. Number 3, Jordan England.
Jordan England, number 3 for Carl Albert.
Junior, number 5, Kashawn James.
Number 5, a junior, Kashawn James, I believe.
Number
Yes.
11 is a sophomore, Jaden Mock.
Number 11, sophomore Jaden
And
Mock.
the sophomore, number 22, Quincy Hopkins.
And number 22, also a sophomore, Quincy Hopkins. Lots of El Reno faithful out tonight. I see the Lidekers and I see the Goucher family, along with, of course, Mindy Klepper, who travels every mile with Kurt and Cole and myself.
That's right.
And, of course, Patty Purvis, who, if there's a ball game played, you can find her as close to the action as they'll let her sit. So we thank Patty and Billy and the Lidekers and everybody here. I'm going to miss some. I don't want to name everybody because I'm going to, without a doubt, miss one or two. Coach Hayden is not just the director of athletics, but the head boys basketball coach, and he's assisted by Gavin Beavers, Fred Slaughter, Briar Workman, and Tyler Hill. Alex Bray's the head athletic trainer. This is National Athletic Training Month, so she had her hands full. Was busy last night.
Correct.
But it looks like to our knowledge, all Lady Indians came out none the worse for the wear. And she's sitting on the end of the bench, ready to provide frontline medical care to anybody who needs it. And athletic trainers, no matter their affiliation, their first goal is to ensure athlete safety. So they'll respond wherever they need to.
Absolutely. Big shout out to the Piedmont athletic trainer that helped so much last night.
That's right. Carl Albert secures the opening tip, so they'll start with it. And folks, I'll apologize ahead of time. Kurt and I are almost 60 games into basketball season, and we're calling them every night right now because of playoffs. So both of us are sounding a little bit worse for the wear, but I promise our health is better than our voice sounds. And Carl Albert gets 2 offensive rebounds in that possession, and they draw first blood. 2-0.
Nice defense from Evan, but he couldn't corral the ball.
That's right. Dominic into the front court. Tries to throw the back cut to Evan, gets away from him, and that's going to go as a turnover. Tipped out from behind. Evan gets the steal, and James running hard down his seam. Evan, to Matt Topai in the corner. Matt reverses it. Carter looks, spins out of it. He's going to set it back up. Dominic between the circles. Dribble handoff to the near side. Evan with it now. Evan, the skip pass nearly overthrown, but hauled down by Topai. Topai handles it. Dribble handoff to Evan. Evan with it in his left. He's a lefty going to his strong side. Dribble handoff to Carter. Carter looks to shoot. James rolls. Now Reno continuing to be patient, and whether you're in a miscommunication, we'll see if El Reno can take advantage. James into the land of the tree, shoots the jump hook, doesn't go. I think he had an angle if he spins baseline there.
Correct.
Dominic did a good job of clearing that screen. James talking to him, and he did a great job coming over the top of that ball screen.
Yes.
If you snuggle up to that man and you can guard him step for step, and a good recovery by Evan to kill that back cut. Yes. Carl Albert with it on the far edge. The ball handler directing traffic, as dribblers do. Another ball screen coming. Carl Albert trying to, and a great job by Carter. He draws the charge. And Carl Albert runs everything through the ball screen. If you have a game plan to guard the ball screen, And Carter did a great job. El Reno got hung up on the ball screen, but Carter did a good job of getting in position.
Absolutely.
Recognized that that ball screen was going to lead to a pick and roll and a quick pass to the postman, and Carter takes the charge. Carter with the ball. James shows screen, backs out of it, reverse to Topai. Matt with it between the circles. Dribbles with his left hand.
That was a great decision by James. I think that if he would have stayed there, he would have picked up his first foul.
Yes. James playing the high post, and he clears out. Evan drives, flips it out to Matt. Matt tees up the long three, can't get it to go. Carter able to track that down.
Hustle.
And he does a good job of getting it to Dominic. Dominic running the offense quickly. And Carl Albert's selling out to double James. Dominic does a good job of splitting the defense, and I think that was into a block. James does a good job of fighting, clear avoiding the held ball. Good job by James. Able to get the one-on-one matchup, and great patience by the Indian offense to continue to run that. Eventually the defense will break down, especially with no shot clock.
Correct.
Most coaches will run a shell drill, a man-to-man defensive drill for 45 seconds or a minute, and that was a good minute and a half or 2 minutes on the offensive end.
Yeah.
But that's going to be an and one, and I think they're going to ring Dominic up. They are.
And we did a good job, hands up high, deflected, and I think if we wouldn't have deflected, it may have gone out of bounds.
Yeah, Dominic ended up stuck on an island there. He was the help side and land of the trees.
Absolutely.
Not an enviable position, I can assure you. That free throw up and no good. Carl Albert still on top, 4-2. Each team with a foul apiece. Dominic into the front court. We're nearly halfway through the first quarter. And a great post-entry pass. James tries a 16-footer. Matt tries to get through the block out, and he can't. And that's going to be, I think, last hit by Dominic. Yeah. And it is.
High hands, though. Good job on defense.
Yeah, he threw those hands up, and it disrupted the timing of the cutter and forced the ball out of bounds. So now, El Reno's had times where they give up easy buckets on inbound plays, especially on baseline out of bounds. So you can't give those up here. This is America's favorite play. They're going to run the shooter back to the corner. You learned that in 7th grade. Every coach has it in their playbook.
Good job by James not to bite on that.
That's right. Stayed down. Matt into the front court. Crosses over, creates some space. Evan with it, over to Dominic. Over to Carter, rather. Dominic in the far side corner. Carter hits the deck. He gets his pocket pick, but Dominic not giving up on it. And a great job by Dom to tie that up. And I like the aggressiveness. He's playing with one foul, but he's not afraid to get in there.
Saved a possession.
El Reno to inbound. 4:01 on the clock in the first quarter, trailing by 4-2. Gets his Carl Albert team. If you can keep him in arm's reach and allow yourself to be competitive, that's what you want. Great shot fake by Carter. He creates space, shoots the one-handed runner. James had a beat on it, but it took a little bit of an odd bounce off the rim.
Correct.
And Dominic takes the charge.
By Dom.
Yes. And I'll tell you what, that's guts to stand in there and
absolutely.
You know what? If I don't get this right, if I don't play this perfectly, and they call a block,
yes,
I got 2 fouls and I'm our point guard sitting. But
that's right.
But he said we're gonna make you earn it the hard way.
Yeah.
Did a good job of getting in position. Official looking right at it. Into the front court come the Indians. 3.5 to play. Great, and they got James isolated. He turns into the double team up another.
Nice job.
6-4. Sorry, 4 all rather. James with all of them.
James with all of them.
All 4 points came off that same move.
Yeah,
Mid-May rolled to his right.
I really like the hustle I'm seeing out of the Indians tonight. Every loose ball, they're on the floor.
Yep.
And they seem like they're just a little step quicker.
Carl Albert with it. Reverse it. They isolate the high-low. James, I think they're going to get James for the reach in there. And that's nope, they're going to get, they are going to get James, I believe. I didn't see the other hand. Nope, they got Carter.
They said got Evan.
Sorry, check that. Thank you. They did. I'm looking right at 14 and say Carter. They got Evan on the spin. First free throw up and good. 5-4. Titans lead. 3:02 to play in the first. So slow start by both team standards tonight.
Correct. Number 20 is checking in, and
a great block out by James
from 3-point the other night.
Yep.
So we've got to get a beat on him early.
Fakes the dribble handoff. James with the 15
nice
step-through move, and he shoots
very
it
nice
and buries it. 6-5. Indians take their first lead of the game.
Like he got himself in the paint,
Yeah.
and then he got himself one step closer. Good job by James.
You know, there's two types of games. There's the games where you run 1,000 miles, and this game's going to be more of a war of attrition. Long possessions on offense, long possessions on defense. Probably aren't going to get a chance at a lot of uncontested layups. Not going to get a lot of fast break points. And it's going to be who can run their stuff the best,
right,
and who can defend the other team's stuff the best. And I see some of the Lady Indians basketball team walking in the gym
job
right
by
now.
James, challenging, not fouling.
Is Evan able to hang on to it? He's not.
He is not.
So there's a little bit of a blind corner right in front of us here. Great block by Evan.
By Carter.
I'll get him right at some point. I've only had 25 games to get him right.
And he avoided Trey. He knew that Trey was there getting ready to block, and he avoided, and Carter's like, I can jump too.
Yeah, we saw him check in, but we didn't call him. Trey has checked in. James still in, so that taller lineup, that Kingfisher sort of look. And
they've got both three-point shooters on the floor now for Carl Albert.
Great job by Carter to harass that ball handler. He tried to get his shot off, and Carter just sort of stayed back there and poked and prodded and just was generally unpleasant to him until he got rid of it. Minute 45 to play in the first. El Reno leads by 1. So slow start by both team standards, but very much a war of attrition. It's going to be, we normally see a team go on a run by this point. Neither team haven't gone. I think nobody's led by more than 2 at any point.
Well, great call by Coach Hayden right there. He went to a 2-3 out of the man.
Yeah. And James had a chance at that, but it took, again, a weird bounce off the rim, and James was stuck trying to catch it. Rossi's going to check in. We're going to see Dom check out. Foul prevention, most likely, if I were a betting man here. Great double team in the low post. They forced him under the basket.
Nice job by Trey.
Trey tips it, rips it free. I don't know if that'll go as a steal or a block, but able to strip him from behind. Evan into the front court. He's going to, thought he was going to attack, but he gets James isolated in the short corner. James going to go to work. James struggling to figure out what to do with the double and now the triple team. So just too many bounces there.
Trey's tracking.
The first transition bucket for either team. And you saw James looking at Coach Hayden tapping his chest saying that's on me. And
too many dribbles.
Yeah, he's got to be able to get somewhere with it a little quicker or get it out. If there's a triple team, it means there's 2 open guys.
Correct.
James from 17 in the step doesn't fall.
Carl Albert fell the wrong way.
Yeah, Carl Albert should hold for last shot here. If they don't, I'd be surprised. But not when you get layups.
No.
You can't give that up. That's well executed by the Titans there. Indians trail by 3. And this is a situation, 23 seconds on the clock. You've got to get a bucket to end the period here. You've got to score to keep this in reach.
Yes.
Dribble handoff to Carter. Carter with it between the circles. He dribbles to his right. Fakes the dribble handoff. He's going to drive from the right. Finds James on the bounce pass.
Very
James
nice.
off the glass and in. Within 1 come the Indians. But 3 trying to get some space. 4 on the shot clock. 3 shoots it in
challenge by Carter.
Great block out finally, and Carter has a good job of hanging on to it to end the quarter. So James and Carter working together to finally secure possession of that. We go to the end of the first. 9-8, Indians trailing. You're watching Indian basketball at RenoIndians.tv. We'll be right back.
Right now for more information.
Team up with Pioneer iVideo and start streaming the most popular TV shows and movies from your favorite devices today. Download the iVideo app and start watching anywhere in your home using Pioneer Internet. Each package includes free high-definition and cloud DVR features like Video on Demand, Restart TV, and Replay TV, just in case you forget to record a program. Visit GoPioneer.com for more details and compatible devices. Some restrictions apply.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school stream.
With the 15-second horn buzzing and the referees breaking the huddles. Last held ball was secured by Dominic as he jumped on it near the half-court line, and the Indians were the recipient of that alternating possession arrow, so Carl Albert will inbound to start the second half. Check that second quarter. That was a quick first quarter. That was a 15-minute first quarter. So by high school basketball standards, that was a pretty quick in and out for the first 8 minutes there.
Very cleanly played by both teams.
Yeah, just 2 team fouls each. Yeah, Trey's got to do a better job. He can't jump. He's got to close out. He got beat. There was no help side. Correct. Rossi pulls it up off the bounce for 3. No good, but Carter can't quite keep it alive. And we see a different personnel matchup. That 3 is going to be no good, and Evan jumps and high points it, and the held ball is going to be in favor of the Indians. 7:29 to play. Indians lead 11-8. Check that. Indians trail, 11-8. Even though they're in their home whites, they are the visitors on the scoreboard as you look at the screen.
Correct.
7:25 to play. Jacob's got to be careful not to hold 20. Great spin middle. Jacob off the glass. Jacob. And just the first points by anybody not named James tonight.
That's right.
For the Indians. 10-11, and a new personnel group starts second quarter. Rossi, the Roman Nose brothers, Jacob, and Trey. So James, Dom, and Topai Matt sitting on the bench to start the second quarter. Got to time that better. Jacob had a good look on it. He's got to time that better, and Evan had to come from behind to challenge it, and Evan's going to get called for his second. His second, team's third. First free throw up and good. Second free throw up and good. Into the front court comes Carter. Indians trailing by 3.
We have our triple post look.
Good job by Jacob
nice job.
James to be patient. James can't get it to go. Carl Albert comes out of the scrum with it, but Trey pokes it away. Carl Albert ultimately comes up with it, but James did a good job of not quit, or Trey did a good job of not quitting on it, and 3 rims out, no good, batted around. And Reno getting whooped on the boards on both ends here.
Yeah, got to block out.
Yeah. And I expect Carl Albert to do exactly what they're doing. They're going to slow this game down to a crawl and just bleed this clock dry. It's playoffs. You do what you got to do to stay on the top of the bracket.
Yes.
It's not a sportsmanship issue. It's a tactic. It's a scheme, and so it goes.
Yeah.
And this Indians now trail by 5. And the first game we had here was a little bit of an up and down affair.
Correct.
I think Indians won 42-40. Each team on track to score about 30 or 35. That's going to be deflected by the red jersey, so Carter collects it in a 60-second timeout taken by Coach Hayden. We'll take it with him. You're watching Indian basketball. RenoIndians.tv. We'll be right back.
Service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back, always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Back to it after the Coach Hayden timeout. That's the first time out of the game for either team. El Reno will inbound right out about the division line. And we saw some subs here, so Dominic checked in, Rossi, Dominic, and the 3 bigs. So James, Jacob, and Trey. And Jacob's working hard over here on the right side.
Yes.
He's got his man sealed, and they're going to get great job there. No. And they're going to get Jacob for an illegal for a hook. And I had mentioned it to you earlier. I saw him doing it earlier. He's posted up and he's taking that baseline hand and pinning that guy back on his hip. And most of the time you'll get away with it one time. You can grab them, pull them, and then you got to let them go, but you can't just hold that hand there and anchor them. And so now the fourth team foul, that one of the offensive variety. Indians need a stop, and they give up a 3. And although he was relatively guarded, wasn't a real tight cover there.
Correct.
Rossi splits the defense, and he's going to draw the foul. Great job going to the basket by Rossi.
Foul on number 20.
And with Dominic's ability to slash to the right, Rossi's being a natural lefty, his ability to slash to the left is going to create stress on those guards. And if you're one of the bigs who's got low block responsibilities, slide to the short corner, slide to the short wing, and be ready to shoot the jump shot or attack the basket. The first Rossi free throw up and good. Carter's going to check in. Jacob will check out. And he takes knuckles and high fives from his coaches and teammates as he has to take his break. Second Rossi free throw up and good. So 2 for 2, that young fella goes. And we see Matt Topai check back in as Trey goes to the bench. So we went from our bigs to our littles.
Yes.
We pulled out 2 of our bigs and replaced them with 2 guards. Coach Hayden trying to take advantage of the ability to slash to the basket.
Yeah, number 3 has hit a couple of
and Dominic's going to run that by Dom. Attack the basket. And good job by Carl Albert to strip that loose. He did a good job.
He did.
And anytime you see the ball go down, hands come up.
Correct.
Then if you see the ball go down, the hands come up, it's a good clean strip. If the ball comes up and the hands go down, they got you on the arm.
Right.
And officials look for that. Carter takes the inbound pass. And he's going to set it up. Beats the first man, gets it to James in the high short corner, but it's going to go out of bounds. Looks like they're going to call it out of bounds off a red jersey. Carl Albert, the last to have touched it. El Reno will inbound it under their own basket.
That's a good set play right there. Nice move by James.
Defense and count the basket.
Excellent job.
Count the basket, James. And they called number 20 for that foul.
That's his second.
Yeah, that's his second. James to the free throw.
And he is both a strong inside player and can step out and hit the 3.
That's right. James knocks down the old-fashioned three-point play. So the Indians trail now by just 3. 18-15, a little bit of a run for the Indians.
Dom's doing a great job right there on number 3. He knows he's totally left-handed. He was pushing him to the right.
And we see the lack of confidence throwing with the right hand there. Carter pulls it up. If that goes, it's a great shot. If he misses, it's an ill-advised decision, and that's the nature of the game.
Correct. Nice job
by Dominic.
Again, he played him to the far left. Excellent.
Force him away from his strength. I mean, you can almost just cut it off and only give him one way to go.
Absolutely.
If he beats you, but good chance he throws it off his foot or misses a pass.
It's a nice inbound play and a great screen by 22.
That's right. We're halfway through the second period. The Indians, by my count, on a 5-0 run. They were down 8 at one point. I think they were down 18-10. And I think they're going to get Matt for this one. We'll see if they got him with hand contact or contact to the body. They're going to say they got him on the arm going up.
Yep. Kind of did the Pauling swing.
Oh, check that. Cole did a good job of catching that there. They actually got Dom for that, his second.
Okay.
First free throw's up and good.
Dante Washington in for El Reno.
Deontay is in. Yes. Deontay has given us some really good minutes in the last 4 or 5 ball games.
2 for 2. The Titans go on that trip, and we see the Titans going back to their tall lineup with the Indians. A little bit undersized here, but hadn't stopped them before.
Correct.
Everybody is undersized against Del City, so that's certainly not going to be too much of a disclaimer there. Dribble handoff, back to the dribble handoff. 3-point basket in the corner, can't get it to go long. Baseline drive
Nice
coming.
challenge
Great
by
challenge. And
Carter.
Carter forced that ball to go short. Topai nearly gets his pocket picked. And Carter's got to recognize distress. Rossi's got to recognize distress and come back and help him.
Yeah.
And now you're seeing him fill back, but right there, Carter's got to get behind Matt. Rossi's got to flash to the middle of that CA script logo with the division line. Be seen when you got a ball handler under distress.
Yeah, Coach Hayden coaching the boys up, saying go back and help.
And they're going to get James for a travel, and he did. Got that ball pinned back on his hip and couldn't get it clear. And I know James feels like he needs to shoulder the burden, but he's going in against 4. They had 4 red jerseys in the paint on that James drive there.
He's got to get some help from the perimeter. Loosen up.
Yeah.
Nice challenge by James.
Yep. And then a great rebound by Matt. Good job by Carter to find the soft spot. He's going to pull it from 17 in transition. It doesn't go. Yeah, a great call.
Yeah,
James got hooked. James got hooked. And that's a great call by the official. He was looking in there. Officials have a tendency to release on that and try to get down the floor. Did a great job of staying on the play. Dom's going to check in with 2 fouls. Rossi's going to take a seat. I'd like to see Carter try to go to the basket a little bit. That's the second pull-up jumper from 16-7. That's a long jump shot. It's different if you're 12.
Yeah, and that's really not his game. He's more of a spot-up shooter.
Topai from the corner. Can't get it to go off the side glass, but Carter cleans it up. Finishes
Good
with
hustle by Carter. Great job.
El Reno back within 3, 20-17. Carl Albert almost got ahead of themselves there, and a 30-second timeout called by the Titans. We're going to stay right here. And you saw number 11 for Carl Albert. He caught that at the top of the key, and I'm not sure if he was looking to immediately drive or pass it, but he almost missed the pass, and he had to step back and get it. And I think that was immediately before the timeout. Rossi's checked back in. I think Dom's probably coming out here.
Yeah, one of the things I really like that I'm seeing that we're doing tonight is we are going up with them and challenging, but not swatting, not trying to block, just being a presence in front of them to block their vision a little bit.
Yes.
And it's working well.
And Carl Albert will inbound. I believe they're going to be, right in front of Coach Hayden and the El Reno bench at about the 28-foot mark. And a lot of people have no idea these landmarks we use. The coaching box is from the 28-foot mark up from the end line up 28 feet to up 14 feet, although they've now expanded it, and it's basically 28 feet all the way to the end line. And
it's basically they can walk the entire
exactly
half of their court.
It's hard to see with this angle. But
and used to it literally was a box.
Yeah, it was a 14-foot box.
Yeah.
28-foot mark to the 14-foot mark. And so those marks are super helpful for players, officials. It gives you a lot of landmarks to measure from.
Correct.
So when we talk about those hash marks, that's what we're talking about there. Great rebound by Carter. Did a good job of letting the pressure clear. He finds Deontay in transition. Deontay pulls the 3. Almost a set shot. And who are they going to get with the foul here? I think they're taking James to the table with it.
I actually thought his shot was deflected.
Yeah, they actually got James with a foul. They took James. Before that.
I thought Deontay's shot was
I think it
deflected.
It was almost a set shot.
Correct.
Didn't jump much in it. 5th team foul for the Indians, 16 fouls for the Titans. So the next Carl Albert foul puts the Indians on the line.
Number 3 dances a little bit with his feet, so maybe we can get that if we get up and give him. Great job by Deontay.
Good job of not fouling from behind, but continuing to pressure, and they continue to poke it loose.
Oh, and there is
and they're going to get a foul.
Grab.
We'll see who they take to the table. They're going to get Deontay. I like the effort. That's just his first foul. And he harassed him and harassed him and harassed him, and he came out of it with a foul, but that's okay.
Yeah. And Coach Hayden is talking to the officials right now about the same hook that James got called on.
Yeah, and I actually had that backwards, folks. 5 team fouls for the Titans, now 7 for the Indians. So I had that backwards. I'm looking at the scoreboard with our white jerseys on and getting a little bit flipped around, a little bit.
Block out. Deontay's really came in and gave us some good minutes.
Yeah, he has. Great roll by James. He created some great space off of that.
Jonathan Reed has checked in.
Deontay pulls at top of the key, doesn't go. James battling. And Rossi hits the deck, but able to recover defensively.
Good job by Deontay.
Yeah, Deontay, he's had a tall task.
Yeah, that was really good. He was, as you would say, on an island.
Yeah, and a great ball pressure there by first Rossi, now Deontay, 50 seconds. And good job, Deontay handling his business.
Make him go right.
That's right.
Good job.
Good recovery by Rossi. He double-teamed it.
Excellent job.
They double-teamed the ball screen.
Very
when
good
they rolled off of it,
defense.
Rossi knew exactly where his man had gone, and that's what film work does.
Yes,
The film
absolutely.
showed where that man was going to roll to. If you have to turn and look, you're behind.
And film,
As you're turning, if you know where to go, you can get there. It's exactly what he did. Rossi recovered, forced the error pass, and El Reno with a chance to tie it before the break.
and film and coaching is absolutely zero unless the kids don't execute. And great execution.
And a great job there by Carter to draw the foul. Just the 16th foul against the Titans. So Indians will inbound right in front of the Carl Albert bench.
I was hoping that was going to be a 1-1.
Yeah, almost there. Good job by James. He just slipped right in the middle. Now he sees the advantage. Great baseline spin, and he draws the foul.
And he drew the foul. Great spin.
They're going to call that foul on number 11. James will shoot 2 free throws. Rossi at the line. He's going to come get Dom.
Yep.
To keep Dom out of foul trouble.
Yes.
And that's the 3rd foul on number 11.
That's right. That's huge. Because that young man is the rim protector.
That's
for
right.
Carl Albert.
20.4 remaining on the clock. And the calling official says no, he was going up for the shot. He'll shoot 2. And I'm glad it's a 2-shot foul. James got to knock down the free throws, though. And you saw him immediately make the correction. He stepped off the line. He bent those knees. He put that follow-through high up in the air. And we see Carl Albert going to sub probably for foul protection purposes here. And James goes 1 for 2. 21 for the Titans checking in. His first check-in of the night. They actually, with 20 seconds, I think that's probably a shooter. Because they've taken 21 right down here in front of the Indians.
Well, they've got 12, 20, and 21.
Yeah,
they've got their shooters in.
Yeah, one of the edge guys, 20 or 21 or 12, is going to come down screen.
Correct.
Or back screen.
Or 3.
Yep.
You know, they want him on that. That's where they want him.
And that's a great job by the Indians.
Good job by Rossi.
They're going to call a held ball. Who's got the arrow? Oh, and a timeout before the held ball. I think. Let's see what they do with it here.
A great timeout by Coach Hayden.
Yeah.
A 30-second timeout.
Yeah, that's going to, as long as he got it before the held ball call, it's going to preserve possession.
Correct. Coach inserted Dom for our ball handler.
That's right.
Point guard.
And we're halfway through the timeout period. It's a 15-second horn buzzes. Indians trail by just 2. And what by the Indian standards has been a fairly slow first half, but they're right on track for that 42-40 ball game.
Yeah, exactly. The kind of the same grinder that we played against them a couple of weeks ago. Very, very evenly matched squads. Very well coached.
That's right. And Deontay will run the offense from the inbound. Great job by Dom, but it's going to get picked, and it does.
Oh, my goodness. That was fortunate.
And a great job by Jonathan Reed to pick it up and hold it, and that pass intercepted. So just a lot of discombobulation and miscommunication in that quarter. Nearly got burned on a bad decision, but able to avoid the disaster to end the period. Indians trail 20-18. Kurt, what was the score at the first quarter? Do you have that? We don't.
I do not have that.
It was close. I forget what it was. But I believe the Indians won that quarter. At one point, they were down 8. They were down 18-10.
We were down 3 at the end of the first quarter. I believe it was 12-9.
Yeah, 12. Yeah, I think you're right. It may be 12-9. So they won that quarter. And at one point, they were down 8. They were down 20 or 18-10, and now it's 20-18. So basically, an 8-2 run ultimately to end that quarter. We're about 9.5 away from coming back for the second half. You're watching Indian basketball. We'll step away. Kurt's probably going to impress us with some math when we get back. You're watching Indian basketball.
Is it time for your school or business to purchase a new phone system? Give the experts at Versatile Networks a call. In most cases, we can provide a phone system with brand new phones for less than your current monthly bill. Call us for a free quote today.
Allegiant Marketing Group produces inbound lead generation for our clients through integrated traditional and digital campaigns. We continuously develop new strategies, tactics, and productive efficiencies so you can reach your target market and get a measurable return on investment. This fast-paced world demands for your products and services to be presented at the moment your buyers need them. Targeted and innovative marketing creates your success. Call AMG today, your marketing partner.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers.
Talk about a win-win.
Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Team up with Pioneer iVideo and start streaming the most popular TV shows and movies from your favorite devices today. Download the iVideo app and start watching anywhere in your home using Pioneer Internet. Each package includes free high-definition and cloud DVR features like video on demand, Restart TV, and Replay TV, just in case you forget to record a program. Visit gopioneer.com for more details and compatible devices. Some restrictions apply.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
At Maples Nixon Dieselhorst, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Dieselhorst, and we are here to help.
Is it time for your school or business to purchase a new phone system? Give the experts at Versatile Networks a call. In most cases, we can provide a phone system with brand new phones for less than your current monthly bill. Call us for a free quote today.
Allegiant Marketing Group produces inbound lead generation for our clients through integrated traditional and digital campaigns. We continuously develop new strategies, tactics, and productive efficiencies so you can reach your target market and get a measurable return on investment. This fast-paced world demands for your products and services to be presented at the moment your buyers need them. Targeted and innovative marketing creates your success. Call AMG today, your marketing partner.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging work seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorse Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorse get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers.
Talk about a win-win.
Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Team up with Pioneer iVideo and start streaming the most popular TV shows and movies from your favorite devices today. Download the iVideo app and start watching anywhere in your home using Pioneer Internet. Each package includes free high-definition and cloud DVR features like video on demand, Restart TV, and Replay TV, just in case you forget to record a program. Visit gopioneer.com for more details and compatible devices. Some restrictions apply.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Just under 2 minutes remaining in the halftime intermission. Both teams meandering out of the locker room, and with the 10-minute intermission taking a little, right at about 8 minutes. We'll be back in just a minute. Yes, and we can hear you, Kurt, and with 1:07 on the clock left in the intermission period, both teams made it out of the locker room with just under 2 minutes left, so about 8 minutes of adjustments for each team on a 10-minute intermission, and to be honest, that's a lot of adjustments. Most of the time it's 4 to 5 minutes to talk. Correct. Take a slug of water, right, towel off, and get back out there and stay warm.
Yes.
But both teams making adjustments, and it's worth the price of admission so far, 20 to 18.
Absolutely.
And big thanks to Andrew McCormick. He corrected our halftime score for us, or first quarter score for us, rather. It was 9 to 8, so El Reno actually lost that one by a point. 20 to 18 they trail, but if the scoreboard is correct, possession in favor of the Indians, and all 18 Indian points coming from James, Carter, Rossi, and Jacob. James with 12, Carter, Rossi, and Jacob with 6 each. So we do like the parity of scoring, but we'd like to see some parity in the distribution of it as well.
Correct.
20 to 18 halftime score. In the 5 white jerseys start second half of the first. It was 5 white that started the contest. The Roman Nose brothers, Dom, Matt, and James. Starting for the Titans, numbers 1, 11, 3, 22, and 5. And an interesting decision here. They're going to let Carter handle the ball to start in a pass to Matt. Carter cuts. James isolated in the high post, and a wraparound bounce pass makes it to him. But he had to clear it out as the double team came, and they're trying. I see what they're doing. They're trying to get Carter isolated in the corner. They get James isoed in the short corner. He's going to attack the basket, rolls to his right.
Nice job.
Right. His 13th and 14th points of the contest, and we're knotted 20 all.
It's great patience.
20 all, 7:25 to play in the third period here at Carl Albert. Kurt and I on the road tomorrow at Westmore for the 5A area final. Good challenge by Matt, the 50-50 ball, and they're going to get a foul here. I think they're going to get James, come out with it with James here. And they do. They're going to get James. I believe that's just his first. Nope, check that his second. Oh, yeah, he had the push earlier in the contest.
That's right.
So his second, team's first. And Carl Albert at the line. They're going to say the number 1 was headed up with it, but the first free throw no good. And Chuck Atchison, the now former football coach and director of maintenance, is here. Just saw him for the first time, and he hasn't missed too many events either since his life slowed down dramatically after handing over the reins of the Indian Gridiron Gang. 1 for 2, Carl Albert goes on that trip. The Indians trail by 1, 21-20. Good screen by James. Dominic saw the double team.
There he is.
Going to get Carter ISO'd in the corner. And that was
They're not giving him much space.
That was a quick closeout by 11.
Correct.
He covered some ground there. And he tried to find James. And
yes.
That's got to be a bounce pass in the land of the trees down there. Those long arms. That's got to be a bounce pass. You're not going to get it throwing it over the top.
No, 11 is a very good defender inside the paint.
We've got to go back with some of those techniques we used so effectively against Del City in the second matchup.
Correct. Good breach, good dig right there.
And Coach Hayden immediately threw his hand up, said, "You got a shooter in the corner," and he gets to go. So.
And guess who it is?
Yeah, 20 or number 3.
I believe that's his 4th 3 of the night.
Yeah, Carter's going to try and answer with a 3 of his own.
And he does.
That was a long 3. That was 22, 23 feet. The high school 3-point line, 19 feet 9. College girls, 20 feet 9. College boys, 21 feet 6.
Excellent job by Evan recognizing the shooter.
Great patience by Carl Albert to get El Reno out of the stance. And Evan's going to get called for the foul. And I think it's Evan.
He tried everything he could do not to foul, but he was already in the air.
Yeah, but a good job by Carl Albert. Got Evan off the ground.
Absolutely. Nice fake.
Got him out of his stance, off his feet, and then let him on the way back down, jump into contact, and finish. So credit Carl Albert for finishing that, and the Indians trail by 3. Trey Davis, who had a good first half at the table. A good job by Evan to haul that down. Finds Carter. Carter quickly into the front court on the back of the miss. Yeah, if Matt doesn't bounce it, he gets a look at his shot. Evan's going to drive to the left. He finds James. And James putting the ball on the floor too much. Curtis.
Yes.
Just too many dribbles.
Good job by Dom holding his ground.
Yeah, but he can't get that deep. He's got to stop that at the free throw line. He can't let him get that deep. And a 5-point run. And Carter's going to shoot 3.
Shoot 3.
And they're going to say number 5 for the Titans. We call that the snake bite.
I felt like if Carter would have seen, would be able to see one go through, then his confidence would be back.
Exactly. Can't get the first free throw to go, so still a, what is that, a 5-0 run now by the Titans. Second free throw goes, so 1 for 2 on his first 2 looks. Two bounces, the free throw's up, and that one's nice and clean. So back to within 3 come the Indians. 2 for 3, Carter goes.
And Zach, this is going to be a game of attrition.
Exactly, and we had mentioned that a little bit in the first half, but that 3 goes, and El Reno in a strung out 1-3-1 zone on that possession. We'll see how they come back next trip. Carter's going to try and answer. He can't get it to go, but a great rundown by Trey Davis.
Good job.
Come right back to Carter with it. There you go.
Great job by Trey.
And I like that shot by Carter.
I did too.
He's gonna and he takes advantage of the mismatch. Finds Trey. Trey tries to turn against the lane. Trees it. He gets it to roll. Good hands around the basket. That almost looked like it was going to get wedged, but he had just enough English on it to get it up and over. Within 4 of the Indians now. They trail 31-27. So trailing by 2 overall in the quarter. And 3 calling for a ball screen, but well defended by Topai. They double him from behind, and Matt's going to almost get the steal, but last touched by Matt. So Carl Albert will inbound under their own basket. I'd about the R of the word Carl. of the name Carl.
We've got to recognize.
Sitting in his pocket. Yep, they're going to get him isolated. And a great closeout by Dom. He had to fight through 2 screens and about 40 feet, but he was able to get there.
Yeah, very much like Leslie Valdez did last night.
Great hands by Trey Davis. He did a good job of taking one dribble to the rear to create space.
Absolutely. Great pass. Great hands.
And James got his pocket picked.
Number 3 is doing it all for Carl Albert tonight.
Those hands, man, those hands are quick.
He's quick. Good looking player.
And again, the first dribble took him somewhere, but the second dribble he got stripped. I think if he goes right to the basket after the first bounce, just like that, he'll shoot 2.
Good job.
He used one dribble, he covered ground, he got contact.
That's right.
And I think he knows that one got away from him. He had a chance at the and one there. I think that one got away from him a little bit as he clasped his hands together. First look, rattles around, doesn't fall. You can see the frustration on Coach Hayden's face on the missed free throw, and he knows that every missed free throw is like an empty possession.
Correct.
And if you've got to make at least one of the 2, and
nice follow through on that. Yes. Yeah, up on the toes and follow through.
Exactly. 1 for 2 he goes. So Indians back to within 3, 31-28 they trail. 3.5 to play in the third. Yeah, and they got beat on the back cut. That's the second or third time that play has been run to execution.
And a lot of that, too, Zach, is communication.
Yep.
You know, you've got the people behind have got to let the people in front know what's going on, where the screen is coming and what they can do about it.
Great pass. Dom's going to dial it up long, calls his own number. Good decision by James not to try and go over the top to get that one. Opportunity of free possession. They can't get it, but they keep him pinned on the edge.
Good job.
And
That was a great job walling up and not slapping at the ball.
Yeah, did a good job of not fouling. Some of the Carl Albert fans asking for a foul, but good hands-up defense there on the edge. Indians trail by 5. Need a stop here. And a 50-50 ball. It looks like the Titans with the arrow in their favor, and they do as I look at the scoreboard. They'll inbound on the R of Carl. 14-footer goes.
And someone's down.
Yep. Carter, a little slow to get up. It's almost a Charlie horse, I think. We're going to step away as head trainer Alex Bray. No, his teammates are going to help him up. Can't tell if it's ankle. As James says, I got you, big fella. James says, I got you. And it will be Indian basketball. The officials stop the play. The Indians now trail by 7. So Indians going to have to get a basket on this possession, or we're starting to get into a point. 2:28 to play in the third. So you're still got possessions left, but starting to get into that time-sensitive window.
Correct.
We're not into the possession-critical window yet, but it's starting to get a little big in the windshield here.
We need a basket.
You've got to keep it within 2 to 3 possessions, because if it gives you a chance, if they go on a run, you've got time to answer.
Correct.
If you let the lead open up and they go on a run, you don't have time to respond to it. Good stunt on the ball screen there. Rossi's going to attack with his left, and great defense by Carl Albert to hold their ground. To Rossi's credit, he tried to draw the foul, and great job by Dom to force the travel.
Excellent.
We see Jacob check in, and Matt's going to check out, so they're going with the 3-post offense that they ran against Kingfisher. And Carl Albert's going to press.
And right now, Carl Albert has a smaller lineup on the floor, so let's see what happens from this.
Great decision by Jacob. He ran through his reads. He didn't have anything. And and that's a good call.
Yeah.
Dominic he's got to give him room. It has nothing to do with being set and everything to do with time and distance.
Yeah.
And so Dominic basically was slid underneath him. If he slides in front of him and takes that contact,
correct,
he's a little better off than if he slides under him.
Yes.
Dom checks out. He's got 3. Indians still trail by 7. So that's about 4 empty possessions in a row on the offensive end, at least 4.
Yeah.
And when we have empty possessions, we call that a run. So Carl Albert on a run. 90 seconds remaining in the third. The long 3. No good, but a great high point rebound by Rossi. Good challenge on the shot and rebound by Rossi. Minute 17. Deontay with it. He handles to his left. He finds James in the high post and he throws it away.
Get it up higher.
And that's an overthrow, so El Reno will take over. Carl Albert's made some great adjustments. They are selling out to guard the paint.
Yeah, they are.
Carter's the only Indian really to shoot from range. Dominic tried one earlier, didn't go.
Correct.
Carter with the only one having success tonight, and he's out right now with what appeared to be either a Charlie horse or possible ankle turn. And sometimes you just cut the tape off, retape it, and move on. And they're saying on the pass, but he's going to draw the foul. Rossi draws the foul. That foul called on number 20, his 3rd.
That was a great step through by Rossi. Yep. He came down, went off 2 feet, came down on 2 feet. Young players out there, that is not a walk.
Great attack by Rossi, finds Deontay. I'd like to see him get his shot going here. Rossi dials that up from long. High rebound doesn't go, but Jacob in the mix.
Good hustle by Jacob.
And it was, number 5 tried to argue that he threw it off of James' jersey. And James said, I stood here.
Yeah.
And the officials send it, and it'll be El Reno basketball.
Coach Hayden is trying to find an outside shooter that's going to connect.
Deontay finds James, or not James.
Oh. Great hustle by Trey Davis.
And El Reno will have another look at it. The key is to simply not lay down.
Exactly.
Got to keep answering. 28.5. Deontay finds Jonathan to Rossi. Finds Jacob. Jacob pulls from 17. No good. Boy, we just can't throw in the ocean tonight.
We cannot.
It just not in the cards so far.
You have some nights like that.
Yep. And the 4th team foul called against the Indians. And that's Deontay's 3rd foul. And we see Carl Albert checking all their shooters in. And by my count, they've got 4 shooting threats.
Yeah, and that's
20, 12,
that's an interesting move, but they were having a whole lot of success with the group they had on the floor.
And this is the same look they ran at the end of the half.
Correct.
This is the exact same matchup, same look.
Correct.
Good challenge. Doesn't go.
Good job by Deontay.
Good job
by Jacob.
And a good job. Deontay knew to run that seam. And a little more time, that's a layup on the other end. After 3, Indians trail by 7, 35-28. So a scoring drought by both teams to end the quarter. You're watching Indian basketball. We'll be right back.
Is it time for your school or business to purchase a new phone system? Give the experts at Versatile Networks a call. In most cases, we can provide a phone system with brand new phones for less than your current monthly bill. Call us for a free quote today.
Allegiant Marketing Group produces inbound lead generation for our clients through integrated traditional and digital campaigns. We continuously develop new strategies, tactics, and productive efficiencies so you can reach your target market and get a measurable return on investment. This fast-paced world demands for your products and services to be presented at the moment your buyers need them. Targeted and innovative marketing creates your success. Call AMG today, your marketing partner.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst.
Back to it, 8 minutes on the clock, and the possession arrow in favor of the Indians.
This is a crucial possession right here, Zach.
It is, and we still haven't seen Carter check back in. So, Dom, great leak out by James, but he can't hang on, but he's on the floor anyway, and it's going to be a held ball. Or no, timeout by Coach Hayden to retain possession. That's okay. 60-second timeout. We'll take it with him. You're watching Indian basketball.
Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers.
Talk about a win-win.
Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Team up with Pioneer iVideo and start streaming the most popular TV shows and movies from your favorite devices today. Download the iVideo app and start watching anywhere in your home using Pioneer.
With 15-second horn sounding, Reno will inbound underneath their basket, and looks like James is coming, and Cole's about to tear everything we own up over here. James the inbound.
And you know, with that timeout, James hustling, Coach Hayden got an opportunity to set up a play, and he had it. If we just get it up there a little bit higher to James, throw more toward the rim, that's 2 points.
We're throwing it to his hand. We've got to throw it up to the rim and let James go high point it. If you throw it to his hand, you just stand in front of it and go bat it down like Carl Albert did right there. Step back, goes. The deficit now 9. Reno still hasn't scored in quite some time, so the drought continues. Deontay drives in line, tries to find Trey, but turns it over. I think this one's about to get away from us, Kurt. Evan challenges, it doesn't go, but it's offensive rebound, and James got away with one from behind there.
Yeah, he did.
The deficit now 11. So, by my count, I think that's an 8-0 run. And a timeout, Coach Hayden. 60-second timeout, we'll take it with him. You're watching Indian basketball, we'll be right back.
Internet. Each package includes free high-definition and cloud DVR features like video on demand, Restart TV, and Replay TV, just in case you forget to record a program. Visit gopioneer.com for more details and compatible devices. Some restrictions apply.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
At Maples Nixon Dieselhorst, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you...
Clock winding down. During the timeout, we looked and haven't seen Carter Romanos or Alex Bray, the athletic trainer, emerge from the tunnel underneath. So hopefully he's just getting some treatment. If you roll an ankle, and if you're either taped or you're not taped, or you've either torn through the tape, there's ways you can cut it off, ice it to catch the edema and the swelling, and then tape it right back up and get back out. But it takes a few minutes on that treatment to do that. Great pass by Dom. And Carl Albert just sitting in everybody's lap, and they're trapping the corners and they're trapping the ball screens, and we've got to make a bounce pass. The one pass we've executed was Dominic's bounce pass.
Yeah, and when you have a postman that's showing you his numbers, give him the ball.
Great challenge, and Evan's going to lead the break. Here's an opportunity for quick points. Great handoff. James into traffic, doesn't go. He gets blocked. Evan cleans it up. Cleans up his own mess again in traffic with his left, doesn't go. James gets that one, and he draws the foul.
Great hustle, great effort.
Yeah. Don't want him to bring it down.
No.
Again, that's the Mikan drill. You catch it high, keep it high, lay it off the glass. But he's able to get the foul. And that's 4 fouls on number 20. He's one of the sharp shooters for the red and white tonight.
Yes.
And James
nice
takes
job
him on the dribble.
James.
Able to get him isolated one-on-one. I'll put my money on James in a one-on-one, but I don't put my money on anybody in a 4-on-1. I don't know if I put Michael Jordan in the money on a 4-on-1.
Correct.
Or a 1-on-4. Timeout, Carl Albert.
Timeout, Carl Albert.
30-second timeout. We're going to stay right here. 5:46 to play. The Indians break the drought. Trail by 9 in the fourth. If they win this, they have the short trip to the state tournament game, the play-in game. We call that the area championship.
Yes.
If they drop this one, then they can still get to the state tournament, but they've got to do it through the backside of the bracket.
That's right.
If they win,
and it's highly likely that if Carl Albert goes ahead and keeps a lead and wins, they're going to be playing Del City. So it's highly likely that we would be playing Carl Albert
again. And I think the same holds true for the ladies.
Correct.
At some point, they're gonna cross path with either with Sepulpa McAllister or Carl Albert.
And that will be in the state tournament.
Yeah. Close out by Dom. He's going to pick him up three-quarter court. 20 with the top of the key. Finds one on the near side. 20 with the top of the key. 3 calls for the ball screen. Elects not to use it. Drives the baseline.
Excellent try.
Great rebound.
Excellent challenge by James.
Evans.
Did not foul, but went up.
Great pass by Evan, but intercepted. Trey's going to have to time this. He can't.
Too many empty possessions.
I don't know how many. We probably had 30 turnovers.
Yes.
And we haven't thrown a pass into the bleachers. It's thrown it into the hands of the Carl Albert defense. That Dominic air ball, no good. But a good rundown.
Yeah.
Full court by Dominic there.
After he missed the shot, he got back, prevented the easy layup.
Carl Albert's going to do exactly what the data says they should do. They're going to spread it, and they're going to make this possession last 4 minutes if they
Correct.
can. And when you get to this point, this is what I call critical possession time. You can't give up buckets on this end, and you've got to get buckets on the other end. So that right there is going to be a 6-point swing. And regardless of the outcome of this game, we have to keep in mind this very young, inexperienced El Reno team beat Carl Albert at home in a conference game in the regular season.
Correct.
It's hard to beat somebody twice, especially when you're not favored to win either one. Yeah, and they're going to call an injury timeout.
If you lost a cell phone, they've got it in the concession stand. Cell phone has been turned in at the concession stand.
And they killed the fast break. James was coming up a little bit slow, so player safety. And the Carl Albert fans asking, why did they kill the break? And it was a fast break, but it's not like it was 1-on-0 with an unobstructed dunk. Both teams were back in transition. So it's still in the transition game, but it wasn't like it was a wide open. And Dominic's going to foul, stop the clock. I think it's his fourth. We'll see what they hang up on the board here. And it is his fourth. We see Deontay's going to check in, as is Jonathan Reed. We see Trey Davis going to check out, so good minutes by that young man. And so a smaller lineup this time. The bigs, I think, probably to put some three-quarter and full-court ball pressure and keep some shooters on the floor.
Correct.
But if you can't get stops in the half court, it doesn't matter. Just defensively, not a very good game. Offensively, not a very good game so far for the Indians. So just not the outing they wanted, but it's not over yet. Great hesitation by Rossi into traffic. Can't get it to go. He'll shoot
Good job.
Rossi's sneaky fast. He didn't shot fake. He didn't pass fake. He just sort of paused and leaned.
That's right.
Let the red jersey fly by and then attacked on the baseline. And he's left-handed, so he's able with
Correct.
everybody should attack on the left with their left, but being a natural lefty, he's able to protect that ball, keep his body between the ball and the defense.
Yeah.
Rossi can't get the first to go. Kurt, how many points do we have this quarter? I think I just have 2.
Yes.
That's right.
You're correct.
Just 2 this quarter. That's what I thought. 15 points now, the Indian deficit. We've seen them come from down 28, but that was with 16 minutes of the second half to do it.
Correct.
We've only got 3:15 to do it here. And struggling defensively to get a stop. And if you can't get stops on this end, it doesn't matter how many you score on the other. Carl Albert doing exactly what the Lady Indians did last night against Piedmont. Get the lead and protect it.
Correct. The old four corner. And just making cuts and dives.
And that dunk missed. And I think the Carl Albert coach actually prefers that outcome.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just like passing it around.
Yeah. Without a shot clock, they can control everything about this game.
The National Federation has made the shot clock optional starting next season, so if you're interested in the shot clock in the game of high school basketball, contact the OSSAA and let them know.
Yes.
That's what they do. They oversee and regulate high school sports in Oklahoma, so if you're interested in seeing a rule change to bring the shot clock into the game, reach out and let them know. But likewise, if you're opposed to one, you have the right to call and say, don't put in a shot clock. It's a double-edged sword, right?
Yeah.
And for the fans who say, well, the four corner, or the Carolina spread, or the 5 game, or whatever coaches call it, right? It slows the game down. You're right, but we're in playoffs, and the only thing that matters is being in the win column. That's all that matters. I don't want to say they've given up, but you see the energy just gone out of the white jerseys.
Yeah.
Dominic doing a good job staying in front of the ball, and a timeout called. I think Carl Albert called a timeout to stop the shot there.
Yeah,
I think the coach is probably giving him instruction. If you want to play for me, you don't shoot.
Yeah.
All right. Timeout, 60-second timeout called by Carl Albert. We'll step away, 2:12 to play, Indians trail.
Going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples, Nix, and Diesel Horst, and we are here to help.
Carl Albert will inbound under their own basket. And we suspect they're going to all leak out, throw it over the top just like that, and then they're going to go 5 game and pass it around till the clock reads 0. Now Reno back in their 2-3 zone. And certainly don't want to use the term give up because they haven't given up, but I think selective. Inside 2 minutes, not saying you can't climb the mountain statistically, it's an extreme disadvantage that you're able to do so. So you try to get steals where you can. Maybe at some point you start fouling. Like travel? Is that what they got there? I didn't see it. Went under the basket.
Yes.
Yep, travel. All right. So you see El Reno playing with some tempo. They're going to have to get a shot within the first 6 to 8 seconds of each possession here. Yeah, see, this possession's taking too long.
Yeah. Nice job by Rossi.
Can't get it to go. Good challenge by 22. He rode that hand all the way up, no contact, and I don't know if he got a piece of it or not, but certainly caused Rossi to change it enough. So inside 90 seconds, and barring a Reggie Miller-style comeback, 9 points in 9 seconds, I don't know that this is going to go in favor of the Indians tonight. 17-point difference now. So the Indians will play on, I believe, Saturday. They go straight to the consolation final, I believe. But Kurt's going to pull that up for us here and bring that data to us in just a minute. Evan handling it against the double team. Finds Rossi. Rossi shot fake attacks the basket. I think that one got tipped, and he doesn't get it to fall. Dominic having to play in the transition game, and that's up and in. 40 seconds and counting. Evan into the front court. Finds Rossi. Rossi pulls the trigger, can't get it to go. So just one of those nights where the lid was on the basket and El Reno unable to get it off. And sometimes those nights happen. And fantastic adjustments by Carl Albert since the first matchup. El Reno got the win in the regular season. And Carl Albert's going to hold it, and the Indians going to be content to let the clock run to 0. And so Friday, March 4th at 8 o'clock, Indians will play at Edmond North. So they'll play the winner of the other game tonight, the loser of the other game tonight, and that's going to be a must-win to advance. So the regional champion, Carl Albert, and El Reno, as the regional runners-up, will advance to the consolation side of the area bracket. We'll play Friday night at 8 o'clock at Edmond North.
And he just announced it would be Southeast and Ardmore.
So the loser of that game. Yeah, the loser of the Southeast Ardmore game. We've seen Southeast at Shawnee.
Yes.
And I can't. We saw Ardmore, but I don't think we played Ardmore at Shawnee.
We did not play them, but we did see them.
And for all of us here at ElRenoIndians.tv, I'm Zach Morgan, Kurt Parker, Colin, Donovan Ramirez unable to join us tonight, but for all of us here, we will see each and every one of you, hopefully in person, but if not, right here on ElRenoIndians.tv tomorrow night. I believe it's 6:30.
It is.
At Westmore.
Yes.
So for all of us here at ElRenoIndians.tv, as Kurt always says,
go Indians.
And we will see you tomorrow.